85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
I wonder if we can overlay some jingle bells.
Let's look into that as we get closer to Christmas. That's a good idea. Today, we wanted to go through the top 10 Christmas movies.
Give a quick hot take.
Based on Entertainment Weekly. And
the reputable magazine.
Give us your hot take.
Love it.
Home Alone.
Top 3, if
easily,
not.
Of course, one of the best of all time.
Love Home Alone. Home Alone 2, though, some people are like in on the other Home Alones. To me, it's just like one and done.
I think Home Alone 2 is pretty special.
A lot of people like it. I'm not in on Home Alone 2 personally.
I can't understand that, but moving on.
Wait, one more thing about Home Alone. I saw a tweet today that said, now is the time to do a Home Alone like reboot with Kevin McAllister, because Macaulay Culkin is like the same age as the dad. And then they said to, who's the guy from Schitt's Creek, the son?
Haven't seen Schitt's Creek.
Okay. They said that he should be his husband, and like, it's like a whole, anyway.
A little bit of a modern take.
A modern take on Home Alone.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the little claymation version.
I tried to watch this with my 3-year-old, and it's kind of scary, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Things made in that time period, we remember them fondly, but it's slow to get started. And yeah, like the evil people in that thing are like scary. You got to be at least 5 or 6 to like get into that. So
I'll say my fondest Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer 1964 edition memory is, for whatever reason, when I was a kid, I got like a set of toys from this movie.
Oh, really?
So I had the little like dentist guy, a little Sasquatch guy. Like I had all these little toys. I played with them all year. It brought a little Christmas into every month of the year because I had a whole little.
I just want to be a dentist.
Exactly. The Year Without a Santa Claus probably falls into the same vein.
Yeah. I don't have any nostalgia towards that at all, though.
Really? Those movies to me are like
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yes.
Yeah.
The other one, not so much.
The Muppet Christmas Carol. Have you seen it?
I am obsessed with Muppet Christmas Carol.
Obsessed.
Actually,
I could watch this.
Yes.
I love that movie.
My sister tweeted out, she's like, hey, unpopular take, The Love Is Gone shouldn't have been taken out because it sets up the character. And when I was young, I hated that part as a kid. I was like, oh, it's so sappy. Or it's Cheer Up Charlie from Willy Wonka or whatever. But it's actually a great song. And as an adult, I really appreciate it. And it's weird that it's not in there.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, to
me, truly
me,
good.
Top 3 easily.
Love Actually. I do not want to watch this movie at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I think it's a good movie.
Barely a Christmas
But it makes me think about a lot of things I don't want to think about that time of year.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966, animated version.
Obsessed.
A classic.
Yes. So there's the 3 Grinches. There's that one, there's the Jim Carrey Grinch, and then there's the newest Grinch. I am, and I'm going to get hate for this, I'm not in on the Grinch, the Jim Carrey one.
What?
You're either in or out, and I'm out on it.
Insane.
I know.
Strong disagree.
I know.
I think that movie is so charming.
So
funny.
There's no middle ground. It's you love it or you hate it. I'm in the hate it camp. But the newest Grinch, I actually think is so good.
I haven't seen the newest
It's
one.
really good.
I'll have to give it a shot this year.
If you haven't seen it,
I'll definitely watch it this year. That sounds like a good... It's good to just have a new movie to watch.
Yeah.
Elf. Great.
Probably the best, most modern Christmas movie that I can think of.
Probably one of the few home runs
of
that era.
Yep.
A Christmas Story, obviously a good movie.
Yes, although I will say, I think that movie's a little overrated.
I think it also...
Like, there's a lot of nostalgia there, and I get it. And if you grew up with it, of course.
It doesn't do... What I want in a Christmas movie is, like, lots of warm, fuzzy feelings.
Yeah.
Christmas Story doesn't give me almost any of those. I think it's amusing.
Yeah, it's quaint. Yes. But, yeah, it's not a movie. There are other movies like that are quote-unquote classics that, you know, Miracle on 34th Street, which is... I think you need to see it, but it's not a movie I want to watch every Christmas, like, at all. I'm guessing that's next on the list.
The last one on the list was not Miracle on 34th Street. It was...
Die Hard.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, that's another one.
Which is good.
That's another one where I didn't have any attachment with it, so I don't... But some people, that's what we watched every year. And...
yeah.
I have a hard time with old movies that you didn't grow up watching, because when I watch them...
It's the hard thing about... It's the same with Christmas music. It's just...
Sure.
Whatever you watched when you were a kid, that's just where... That's where your Christmas well comes from.
There's a fantastic, I'll link it in the description. There's a fantastic YouTube, one of those essay videos on the music in Home Alone and why it's so brilliant. And it talks about these concepts of Christmas music. It encapsulates the memories of the previous generation, which is encapsulating memories of a previous generation.
Right.
And like it's all doing this every couple generations or whatever. And that movie is really honing in on these like feelings of the people growing up, listening, watching this other stuff. Anyway, we'll link it, but it's really good.
Love it.
Oh, let's start a podcast.
Let's do it.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandeer, Lord Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Or someone like you just steal this idea.
Hello again, thieves.
We're back
You're back.
after a week-long break.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
while.
Yeah. We took a very rare. We did a couple really early on in the season.
But typically, I would say early on, we're not very good at keeping to the schedule.
Yeah.
But we usually had one coming.
Yeah. This
Time when we deliberately said,
we're going to take a quick little breather, find our centers.
exactly.
And it was the holiday. It just all made sense.
Yeah.
But we got a good episode for you thieves today. And for the new thieves, surely there are thousands of new thieves every week.
Everywhere.
Andre, tell the thieves what Steal This Idea is.
This is Steal This Idea, the only podcast where every single week Scott and I give away million, billion, $trillion business ideas for free on everything under the sun, from an app for home improvement to a store for, who knows, pasta, breadsticks, a store for breadsticks. There we go.
And we want people to steal them. We encourage you to steal them. We would love it if we love when people inquire us about, like, I've had a couple people reach out about specific ideas to tap into a little bit more. We want you to steal it, run with it, cut us a check when you're rich and famous. That's the ultimate goal.
That's the goal.
And yeah, we got a couple good, we're going to do some workshop ideas in this episode, maybe a little bit of mailbag. Before we get into all that, let's hop into a little good idea, bad idea. Should we kick us off, Andre? You want to kick us off?
I think first remind us what is good idea, bad idea.
I'm glad you asked, Andre. So, good idea, bad idea. As we scroll through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we see ads. Some of them are for good ideas, some of them are for bad ideas. We like to source those, some of the things that stand out to us, and discuss them. So these are objects that maybe we could improve upon them, or maybe we just want to trash on them. That's good idea, bad idea. And we get a bunch every week. People send us good idea, bad ideas. Sometimes Andre buys some, sometimes I buy them. On a whim, we review them. All sorts of good stuff.
Exactly.
This first one here looks like 10,000 digits of pi. What's this?
That's right. So infiniteobjects.com, thieves that are interested, infiniteobjects.com. And one of the products on infiniteobjects.com is 10,000 digits of pi, which is a little wall display that has a tablet.
Digits of pi.
Exactly. That counts down 10,000 digits of pi as an art installation that you can put on your wall.
Interesting.
That is electronic.
So it looks like it's like an e-reader that is put inside of a glass case, almost like you'd have a plaque. So I'm guessing that this runs off a low enough battery that it just
I think so.
lasts for a long time.
I don't know how long it lasts. There isn't really any information on what you do when it runs out of power.
Surely it's not something you plug in. That would just be...
I think it might be.
That would be horrible if that was the case.
Counts 10,000 digits in 50 minutes.
What's the cost on something like this, Andre?
It is $109 for the large version, and for the smaller version, it is $89. We think
Who's this for?
it's an interesting office art piece?
Like, the hard thing, though, is, and again, maybe I have preconceived notions, but it's, to me, that the type of people who are interested in pi as an abstract, interesting concept, generally aren't the type of people who are like, I'm looking for very cool, interesting art pieces for my house. Usually, those are in different camps. Not always, of course. There are people who go stand out in their groups.
I think I agree. I don't know that I'm most into pi, but infiniteobjects.com as a site offers just different video art.
Which I actually think is interesting.
That is interesting to me.
Yeah, I almost think...
So thieves that can't see the site right now, it's basically very simple repeating images.
Yeah.
Like it might be waves on a shore or a cat or a digital clock
I think,
or a metronome.
some of these are like GIFs. Like you could make a little GIF of your family. And
and you actually can also create your own. So they'll print whatever you want.
I kind of like the Harry Potter newspaper. It'd be fun to have a little wall
that kind of just
that everyone was your kid walk in.
That would be funny.
Somebody waving or something. I would be into that.
For their family, it would be actually really cute.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I actually think this is how I would improve this idea. So one, I would lean more into modern art, and I think they do. But I'm guessing you saw the ad specifically for 10,000 Digits of Pi.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the least interesting one out of all of these.
Yeah, but I imagine some marketing genius targeted me for Pi based on other interests.
Based on your homepage.
Exactly.
What is the longest digit of pi.com?
I think it's interesting. So the other thing I just learned as I was doing a little more research is it does need to be plugged in.
Does need to be plugged in.
Yeah.
That is a bummer. Big thumbs down.
I don't know. I think it's an interesting concept. I wish that somebody maybe could do it a little better.
I honestly would prefer replacing a battery.
Me too. It's just probably not. They're full motion. It's really quite different than an e-reader.
Yeah.
When you go to the full site, like the Digits of Pi one, it could be like e-ink or something like that. But
yeah, these other ones look like they're more.
Yeah, some of these are full color, full motion.
Yeah.
What would be interesting is maybe instead of making an art company, you make a company where they come out and they take like little stop or quick motion videos of you and your family.
Yeah.
And try to do a motion
something.
Yeah, and we just do family photography, but then we provide you with a video frame.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting to me.
I actually, going back to that Harry Potter thing, if that was the service, was like, hey, we'll make a little collage for you of your family or some a collection of memories, and then it's like a bigger installation.
Yeah.
I might be okay plugging that in, but these are small. Like this is the size of like
it's not large.
And so having that being plugged in to me is
it's an awkward piece for that reason.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's just so small.
If it was bigger, I would be fine.
It could be used fairly well, I would say, on a bookshelf.
Yeah.
But not as a full wall at all. Interesting concept at infiniteobjects.com, but maybe some problems execution-wise.
Yeah, I'd be curious to come back to that in a couple of years and see. When they crack the code on batteries, our whole entire world will change. Okay, I got one for you here. This, I think we've seen things. This is jaunter.co. I get this ad every so often, and it reminds me of something that you and Abe would have for some reason. And this is just a light.
Whatever that means.
Well, I guess when I think of your guys' house, I think of actually more like Diego's house, which is like a studio that's like a little more like kind of fun and hip and whatever.
Right. Okay.
I'm a dad in like a boring house.
You live in a different environment than us.
And anyway, so this is like a light. It's like a really skinny light that would go in like the corner of your house or corner of a room, but it's more like LED and fun, and it throws in like a cool ambiance to the room. And I know we've talked about this where I think we've talked about different lights on the show of lamps that light up and all sorts of things. This is to me the best looking one of that type of stuff. Just like really simple, pretty basic. If I'm going to get an LED kind of funky-ish light in my room, this is what I want it to look like. Curious what you thought about something like this.
I like it. I personally am not. I've checked out on the whole LED trend.
Sure.
We should string up LED colored lights and like
everywhere. RGB your whole house.
Rave. I'm really not into that. But I do agree that this is probably the most handsome execution of the all-room LED.
I think of my single self making like a cool bachelor pad. And something like this.
Easily.
Would be awesome to have.
It's a good man cave edition.
Yeah, something like that.
Bachelor. Maybe would even make an okay present for the son or boyfriend in your life.
Yeah.
There's 95 USD, which I think is fairly reasonable for. It's basically a full-length lamp size.
It looks like it's like 4 feet tall. Like it's not small.
Fairly tall and casts a really significant amount of light.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Jaunter.
Thieves, let me know what you guys think of Jaunter.
Horrible name.
Yeah.
A name that is not descriptive of their site or what they sell or anything on it at all.
Yeah. All right, what's your next one here for me?
My next one is Curex. GetCurex.com.
That sounds like either
I know.
condom.
It sounds like a lot of things that it's not.
Or it sounds like chapstick.
It is neither. It is an allergy company. I got an ad that's essentially this little vial of what they call like custom allergy care, which was interesting to me because I have pretty bad springtime allergies, like when the pollen starts kicking up.
I didn't get allergies my entire life up until 3 or 4 years ago. And yeah, I'm the same.
I've had them my entire life, and I'm hoping I go the other way, where someday I just wake up and they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, and they're bad enough that like I have to carry around like a little kit of like eye drops, just stuff to. Yeah. So if
I do now, I basically for like about 2 weeks at some point in the year, I'll just get
miserable.
Owned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, because of that, I've written off basically every over-the-counter and prescription allergy medication.
So Claritin out.
Exactly. But this says basically that they custom mix allergy medication for you. It says drops in, allergies out. Allergy immunotherapy is the only effective way to eliminate allergies, not just symptoms.
Interesting.
In the past, you had to go to a doctor for weekly allergy shots. Not anymore. Curex offers daily allergy drops prescribed by leading clinicians. Such treatment is very common in Europe and is finally available in the U.S.
You get a test
all online.
You get a test for $150. You can do a virtual visit for $40. The drops are $30 a month.
You can test yourself for the allergies, which is interesting. And then one appointment and then $30 a month. I will definitely do this next spring.
Yeah, $30 a month, especially if you're like getting rocked by allergies, is like totally the right price point.
And I'm definitely interested that they say that this is on par with the shots, because the shots are always lauded as the holy grail of allergy fixing.
That's what you do when you're in real pain.
Yeah. So $30 a month.
And a box of Claritin for 4 freaking things is like
also expensive.
It's like $15.
So to save $30 for something like custom and also to get actually tested.
This is a great idea.
A great idea. Clearly, I think destined for success because it is so different. It's not like any of these other ship to your house medication companies.
Totally.
And it's for a problem that I think.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this last one here. This is actually from Diego. Sent it in. This is called the. Hold on.
The Eden.
The Eden.
Small garden. On apple.com.
Yeah, I clicked on the link and it like took me to Apple's site.
That didn't happen to me, so I'll tell you about the Eden. The Eden Small Garden is a Wi-Fi powered garden that delivers optimal light and food to give your plants everything they need to thrive. Combined with the Eden app, you can seamlessly manage the lighting schedule, see garden alerts, and see detailed guidance on the growth of your plants to help you from planting to harvest and beyond.
So this, if you can imagine like a toolbox, but like a modern looking one, a nice wood finish. And yeah, it looks like there's 5 or 6 pods that kind of leaves would grow up from, and over the top where the handle would be, or like an LED light source that would help them grow. We bought one of these before, not this. We bought something exactly like this when we first got married.
Yeah.
And we used it once.
And
never used it again.
I think $200 is a little bit steep for a basil garden. That's my opinion. Because give me eyes, but...
Yeah, that's one thing that's hard is that you start going on a list like, all right, what are all the, oh man, I could go all these spices. Okay, list 5 of these that you would use. It's like basil, great. I guess like mint, maybe oregano, cilantro, like that you freaking.
How much?
Like, and how much are you using? Because you can buy for $1.50, you can buy a head of that a lot. And it does. If you are that person who's like making, and also,
and if you're the opposite, if you're like, I just want to like have plants. I want to feel like I'm part of the circle of life.
For $200, you could do a lot more.
Then you should just get a little mini greenhouse, actually devote some time and effort to it.
And I'm guessing this is probably more positioned towards somebody in a small living space who doesn't maybe have a yard or a situation where they could do this. But I think it's a little overpriced. And as somebody who as I bought this thinking, oh yeah, this
is going to be our lives.
This is our lives now, babe. And that I remember being like, oh yeah, we really only use like 1 or 2 of these, and it comes with 5 slots. It's
kind of a fun science project.
Yeah, it's like fun to experience.
But for $200, this particular model is not great for a science project.
Did you get your garden from Sharper Image?
I think
Diego says, "Did you get your garden from Sharp?"
I think she got it on it was like an Amazon Black Friday thing. I think I normally wouldn't have got it, but it was like 70% off.
Yeah,
I wish I could remember even the brand now. But
it's a distant memory now.
I think we just threw it away. Let's move on to the big Ed here. Yeah, are you ready for that?
Yes.
Let's do it. the green one.
I like that tune. I know that there's a lot of hate around that tune. I think it's fine.
Okay. So we're doing some workshops here.
Yeah.
You are really bringing the...
I have the notes app open. Thieves this week. I have several ideas in the tank.
Yeah.
Obviously. Saving those for, I don't know, a featured episode. When we have Bill Gates on later this year.
Trust me, I got my reservoir I don't want to tap into.
No, we all do. We all do. But plus ideas that I'm not even sure if I'm ready to have thieved away from me.
Of course.
So
we could talk about that one that I pitched you on if you don't think that it's realistic that we'll...
No, I have one that we can talk about, but go ahead with whatever you're thinking of too.
No, the one I slacked you about late at night.
You slacked me about a lot of ideas.
That has to do with cards?
This is vaguely coming to mind.
So you think I should talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. We were thinking we might do that one.
That's why I asked you. Do you think I should...
I have another card-based idea.
Okay.
Why don't we talk about mine?
Yeah, okay.
So I've been thinking a lot. It's one thing I've always had like for a long time in my life is like question cards or table conversation starters. Shout
out to Boardbox, an old idea. Do you remember Boardbox?
No.
Oh.
Now you can remind me. You don't have to just accept it.
Boardbox was basically it's like a Rubik's Cube mixed with a catchphrase.
Oh.
And you'd push a button, and on each of the sides, it would have like different types of questions that you would ask. And they'd be for like icebreakers. It'd be like, so who's somebody you look up to? And you flip it over, and then one's like a prompt to go do something, like, hey, who can stand on one leg the longest? And the next one, a different side is almost like what's that game? Cranium. They have the different that
little kind of toy items that play into different challenges.
Yeah, or just there's 4 different like kinds of activities you're doing. You'd have the board box as a cube that would sit, and like you just pick it up and like, all right, I want to do this one's like more sincere. All right, this one, you click the button and it just there's 10,000 prompts. Anyway, that's board box.
That's board box, which I think is a good recap. So I've been thinking a lot about what that looks like and conversation starter apps and conversation starter cards and all these different things.
Okay.
And I've been thinking one thing that interests me about this area, which I think is growing, because I think I very often get cards that are like a box of cards for writing your first novel.
Yeah, I get a pod decks about every other day.
Really?
Oh my
What
gosh.
do they have in them?
It's a podcast question conversation starters for podcasting.
And you talk about them on the podcast?
Yeah, so you flip one over and it's who's somebody who made you want to be a better person.
I will say the reason that we don't buy those is Scott and I are hypercritical of podcasts that are just like,
yeah.
There's a reason that our show is about 5 minutes of banter at the top and the rest is a structured show where we talk about different topics.
Like unless you are a celebrity and already have bought in clout and have a certain charisma, if you're Bill Simmons, there are people who it's like they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of podcasters or just people in general, you got to bring something other than just like meandering. Anyway.
Totally. Anyway, so my card concept that I've been noodling on is that I would love to actually buy like another deck of conversation starter cards. Mm-hmm. Another thing that I had a long time ago, and I couldn't tell you what book or what game it was from, but it had like hypothetical scenarios.
Okay.
You're in a X, say, I don't know, like you're the CEO.
Kind of like my bear scenario, like a bear breaks in your house.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to kill it.
What do you do?
With something that you actually own, how do you kill the bear?
Which is a really interesting conversation starter. But finding sets of those is also not super easy.
Sure.
So I'm playing around with the idea of like, what if I started a company where we had like a conversation starters pack and a hypothetical scenarios pack and like a date night questions pack and all these different things. But what I wanted to do that was different is the like Cards Against Humanity vibe, which what's interesting about Cards Against Humanity is you can go to the Cards Against Humanity website and download the cards and then have them printed at your local Kinko's or whatever.
Leisure.
Exactly. And I think like offering them through that method where
instead of $20 for the kit, you pay $2 for the PDF or the whatever.
Exactly. Which I think is interesting just to be able to see the contents and get a sense of how good they are and then potentially still just order the cards.
I have a way that I would enhance this also, unless you have more to add.
No, go ahead.
So I like this idea. The thing I would add to it that I think would be fun is this element of crowdsourcing and upvoting.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love this idea where you go to the website and it's like, hey, here are the ones that have been submitted
Yeah.
that are like in finalists or whatever. So it's like people,
Yeah.
oh, that's good. Tinder swipe through. Yes, bad, good, bad. But oh, I love this question.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have a good one, like the bear one, I could go in and I could be like, this is a great question. That's
And
like,
I think a lot of friend groups have a funny hypothetical that they kick around.
My favorite would you rather
Mm-hmm.
is
Go on.
this is
Go
what
on.
most of the good would you rathers are like. Would you rather razor blades down they're all like painful or gross or
Sure.
weird.
Yeah.
The funniest one I remember was would you rather have the ability to take a chicken pot pie, put it down your pants and have it cooked to full,
Mm-hmm.
or not have that?
An interesting would you rather.
Because if you have it,
yeah.
if you have it, it's like I have it. Who's impressed by that? How often are you eating chicken pot pies?
I know.
But it's like, maybe there's some other application. Maybe
It could only be a positive,
yes,
I guess.
but
I don't know.
But almost some,
There's a lot of it brings on other questions. How does this affect my life? Is it just really hot in there now forever?
There's that you're opening up a can of worms anyway. But it's funny.
But I think like this is what I'm striking to the root of, which is like a book of wonderful would you rathers.
Yeah.
And it's like where both sides of the would you rather are good and you're selecting between two good options. And you can potentially like Google up a list of something like that. But then you're on your phone, you're like scrolling through this list.
And also one of the problems with, because I've seen would you rather books, and usually it's two guys. It would be like you and I making it. And yeah, that's fine. But really what you want is something that is like always the best stuff. That's making it crowdsourced where the 2020 version, they're different cards.
Yeah.
It's the best ones from last year and the new ones from this year. And yeah, you could just download it for a couple bucks this year.
Or order it from us.
Yeah.
They're on nice cardstock or whatever.
Exactly.
And yeah, plus all that, plus just like a really nice design, plus
and I like
a web app so you can add your own to your own.
And I like the idea of 10 different scenarios where it's like dating ones.
Yeah, different packs so that you can get different. Because some people are just looking for icebreakers. Sometimes you want something for a deep conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want hypotheticals. Sometimes you want would you rather, and just being able to like mix and match to your taste.
Yeah, I think this also works really easily as an app that you just sell.
I hate the apps. I've tested a lot of apps around this concept.
Nothing. But I guess what I'm saying is, if you get this scenario right, where you have the physical part of it, you might as well.
Yeah,
all the content's there.
I know.
You charge $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not the same. There's something about that physical.
That's what I want, but I understand that people also like an app.
Yeah. It's just another revenue stream.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Do you want me to talk about my other idea?
Sure.
So there's something I purchased recently, Scott, at Sam's Club. You're familiar with Sam's Club.
Good old Sam's Club.
Yes, exactly. I live right by a Sam's Club. It's been quite nice.
And
nothing compared to Costco. But
I was going to say, didn't you also get a Costco membership
No,
or something?
I didn't get a Costco membership.
But somebody close to you has one.
My dad. So I occasionally go to Costco with him, but I don't live by a Costco, but I live 3 minutes away from a Sam's Club.
My favorite thing about Sam's Club is how unabashedly they just ripped off Costco they're just like, yeah, we're just going to do this.
The tough thing is no matter how you look at it, it's Costco, but worse.
Oh yeah.
It's
Costco, but worse. And they're like, we don't care.
Yeah.
This is just a trashy Costco, but it is Costco copied.
It is.
And it's just so funny that Costco
love
doesn't even.
Sam's Club for that reason.
Yeah.
But what I do love is, this is unrelated to my good idea, but unlike Costco, on the Sam's Club app, you can scan as you go and then just leave.
Oh, that's nice.
It's amazing. Yeah. So the whole trip you can go in and actually run in, just grab something and scan it on your phone and then leave.
That is very nice.
It's nice.
I was eating somewhere and I ordered my food and they're like, great. And then the server came with a little pay.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this?
No.
The server came with like a little payment thing right there. And I was like, oh, this is Taqueria 712 or whatever that is. And I was like, why doesn't every restaurant always do this forever? And they're like, oh yeah, what's funny is if you go to the UK, our waiter. It's been like that for 20 years. Yeah. For whatever reason, we like go through this really annoying. Oh, here's my card. Let me wait for 20 minutes. What are you doing back there?
And it is way better. And I will say the other thing related to that is me and Abe have always just hated waiting for the check. So
my nightmare.
Literally, the second the food comes, We're like, take the card.
Yeah.
And just like deal with it.
My nightmare is they come and say, "Hey, here's your checks," and then they leave before I can get my card out. I'm like, "No, wait.
I don't want to wait for you to get back here."
That's my nightmare.
But anyway, so at Sam's Club the other day, I buy. Don't laugh at me.
I wouldn't
because
dare.
I think this was a silly purchase. But they have what's called the GIBI Junior.
GIBI
That's the one that I have.
Junior.
And it is an under desk elliptical.
Oh.
Exactly.
I've seen like pedals.
Mm-hmm. That's the concept.
Okay.
It was, I think, $200. Not cheap.
Not cheap.
There are cheaper on Amazon, but I do like my GIBI Junior. Is
there a GIBI adult version?
No, I don't know why. What possessed them at GIBI to name the Junior the Junior? Because that just feels so lame. But there's a pro version that has an app.
So is the pro version GIBI Junior Pro or is it GIBI Pro?
I think it's GIBI Pro.
Okay.
I don't think it's GIBI Adult. But anyway, so I have been using it. I find it, I don't have a standing desk at home.
Okay.
So I find it to be, it keeps me active, which I enjoy.
And it's an elliptical, so you're just kind of
yes, exactly. And it's easy to go for 3 hours.
You probably just never stop doing it.
Yeah, it's easy. You don't even think about it.
Does your heart rate go up?
It does. And I'll notice if I have a meeting, like let's say I'm in an hour-long call, and I can like really just focus on then you break a little sweat.
Huh.
So, I mean, it's doing something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like changing my life or changing my body, but it's an interesting device, the GIBI Junior. And I was thinking more about the GIBI Junior and what could make it better. What would make me happier with this product? And where I landed,
the Squat Rack Junior.
Exactly. No. Where I landed is what if it synced to a Chrome extension? Because one thing is
Flappy Bird.
That is one concept, not where I'm headed. Flappy Bird, a game from the mid 2000s.
Gamify.
Yes. One thing is like when you get focused, occasionally you just forget to keep pedaling.
Sure.
Because ideally it's so non-essential that you don't even notice you're doing it. But sometimes you're like, oh, I haven't been pedaling for a while. And there's not a strong motivation to keep going, really.
Yeah.
But what if it synced to your Chrome and then slowed down or sped up your page loads based on how fast you're pedaling? So that was where I started with the idea.
Amazing.
But then
it's just artificially making your internet
that's
crawl.
That's like the basic, like how can I make a jokey app out of
funny.
this? But beyond that is what if it just earned you break time on YouTube or like buffers your YouTube videos, like loads a little more as you keep pedaling. So then when you've earned a break, you can go watch your video or do whatever, or adds time credit to your social media or your share of other sites things.
Sure.
So it's like, by pedaling, you've earned time to slack off at work for a bit. You know what I mean? Like just an interesting concept of being able to take desk exercise and kind of gamify it a little bit.
What I would do, I would bring back an even older reference from Flappy Bird.
Go on.
The Tamagotchi.
I do remember the Tamagotchi.
So you are... By exercising, what you're doing is you are somehow, whether you're collecting food or points or you're interacting with your
I feel
animal.
like it could just be like the sun. Like when you pedal, the sun is brighter.
Sure.
So it's like you grow food for your pet.
Exactly.
And then, or he's happier when it's sunny.
Exactly.
Like I've done a ton of different things that are all derived from the same source of like light.
Oh, that'd actually be really funny. So if you stop pedaling at all, clouds come in, it starts to rain, and then your little cat or whatever just starts
sad.
It's like, meow,
Exactly.
meow. And then you start pedaling again, the clouds disperse, sun comes out, food starts to grow, everyone's happy, everyone starts dancing or whatever. That
would be pretty awesome.
actually would be, and especially
of course, it would be a cutesy little game.
Oh yeah,
but it would be enough to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking pedal my stupid bike.
Because the of course you can go down the actual game, like it's a race or it's a whatever. Which sure, that's not
everybody has.
Everybody has that,
and what's fun about the desk exercise is it's such a casual environment.
Yes,
and you're always on the computer.
Yes, and I think there's a time and a place for I get in the zone. I really got to break a sweat, but yeah, I just want to like steadily keep my heart rate just a little more active, and I want to make sure Toby is doing all right. And then Toby gives you a little grade, or you unlock things by being consistent. And I think especially if you have 50 cats you can choose from, Cat Cruncher, Cat Walk.
I think a pretty good idea. I think so.
I think we've cracked it.
I think that all of that would be awesome.
So for the thieves, you're going to steal this. You take the existing Either a pedal, it
exercise
could be a
things.
pedal bike, or it could be the elliptical one. Doesn't matter which.
Whatever.
And then you just have a nice little relay that goes to a Chrome extension, and then that
Feeds the data to run your little game.
run your little game. Yeah, I think you could totally.
Yeah. And if not at the game, then I think that there is a pretty good market for just like productivity. As you pedal, you earn break time.
Do you think even if you went just as far as you went the Strava route and the Apple Rings route, where it's just like, hey, here's this network of things, and you can just you're amassing points,
Yeah.
and you just compare how many points you've accrued.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to go.
I don't want to
compare.
compare.
Yeah.
I just want to work. I just want to work and pedal. You know what I mean? And anything that kind of can fit into that ecosystem
Should
or
put,
give me a little game to play.
put sunshine on my cat.
Exactly. Just a little sunshine on my cat.
Okay, I got one workshop here for you, Andre, and then
Great.
we will wrap up the episode. So a situation happened that you might remember. Sometimes you like to help me out on Salesforce,
I do.
and all the time.
I've never denied, or Diego, two people in the room.
I had a scenario where you helped me out with something at a moment where I really needed help,
Yeah.
and I wanted to send you something. And so initially I was like, oh, I'll send Andre some cookies. I've done this in the past.
To which
But-
I said, I'm not eating sugar right now.
Right now, doing keto.
Exactly. Really, which is so lame because
I know.
crumble's great. And I know that's a really easy thing,
Right.
but I'm not going to be like crumble.
So
Nobody will eat them.
it got me thinking. I was like, I don't want to send Andre food, like DoorDash him something, and I don't really want to send him flowers.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I'd hate that so
And
much.
so I started thinking, like, I don't have a good way to send Andre anything right now,
Yeah.
like some sort of like appreciative something that isn't like not appropriate, like
Sure.
flowers or like a
Right.
singing telegram, something that
Okay.
like wouldn't fit.
That kind of not appropriate.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I thought to myself, okay, and I remember we talked about this long ago, a service called Send It,
hmm
which is initially was like send somebody energy drinks.
Yeah.
So my mind started thinking about that. And I was like, because I know that's something that you'd actually appreciate. If I was like
Exactly.
a 4-pack of Bang that I knew Andre would get within
Yes.
20 minutes.
Which I think like people I work with, people I do free
yeah.
consulting with, if such a service like that existed,
Totally.
that would be truly amazing.
So this is what it is. So it's something like Send It, and you have a catalog of about 40 to 50 things.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you keep in a small warehouse or source really easily. So it's something that can be franchised really easily. And a bunch of those things could stay in a car of a driver.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have a little truck full of a bunch of stuff, things that are in this catalog. And so I say, hey, send this to Andre. And it's a mixture of things like energy drinks. You do have some sweets, but like
Yeah.
you have some keto friendly sweets. You have like snacks.
Things that are of a certain size.
Yeah, of a
So
certain
they're
size,
relatively small. It could fit in one or two small crates or whatever.
generally consumable.
Mhm. But there could be,
Not necessarily, but
Yeah.
but like almost could be a toy, something you would get and be like, oh,
sure.
that's nice, man. That's cool. You thought of me
Yeah.
by sending me this thing, and it's usually almost always less than $20, probably less than $10 for most of the stuff.
Mhm.
But that it's really the way to like what Sendoso is,
Yeah.
you know.
Which Sendoso is like a B2B product that companies use to send. Like when if you're a doctor and you get a big mailer on some pharmaceutical company's product.
Right? They're
It's
like,
probably
hey, here's
through
some,
Sendoso.
yeah,
And they
here's
sent
some,
cookies or something.
yeah,
with
here's
it.
some whatever cookies
Mhm.
and branded shirts or whatever.
But you can't, there's nothing like that for the consumer.
No, and I think
But the idea of being like a DoorDash driver, it's like you're out
Yes.
there, you're delivering DoorDash,
you're
but then
already
you have one little box of
yes,
these things from Send It, and Send It is just whatever's really close to you.
yeah,
You're literally
the-
walking up and you're like real quick tossing something.
Your delivery range is smaller, but it's it's.
But
within-
you're typically already an Uber driver or DoorDash
yes,
driver.
exactly. It's you're already doing gig stuff.
Yeah, and it's okay. I actually can really quickly drop off a Bang right here.
Yeah.
And it's just thank you gifts or like really quick, easy. It's not like Postmates. It's nothing.
No,
nothing huge.
Exactly, and I think that's the
It's
closest
not a
thing to
huge
this.
selection.
Yeah,
It's- yeah.
Postmates is like everything, and also isn't available everywhere.
And I think it's an app, so it's because there's only so much room, spare
Yeah.
room in a car.
Because you can do things like balloons, right?
Mhm.
Like you have a little helium tank or whatever.
But as the sender, you hop on Send It, you put in their address, and you see how fast you can get something to them,
It's-
and then everything that's in that driver or a couple different drivers' car, and you're actively checking and selecting things.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea. And I think there really is something. I don't know. Maybe this isn't the right idea. Maybe on this podcast, we haven't talked about the right idea yet. But I really feel, especially now I've been working remote for about a year now.
Especially
It's like
now.
I have a lot of people that I would love to say thank you to that I can't walk up and give them a Chick-fil-A gift card anymore or whatever, that I would love to show appreciation for. That there's like just no way. There's just no way to do it that's cost appropriate and easy to do. And there's just so much missing there.
And I think you could partner with local companies.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we were at GIBI, there's some chocolate maker that's local that like supplied us with a bunch of chocolate. If they partnered with Send It and I was able to send a local, homegrown chocolate bar that was like nice, it also like it's advertising for them.
Yeah.
But
They're
like
getting their stuff out there.
Yeah.
But it gives you the opportunity as the sender to select like something cooler or more unique than a band.
It's not just a Hershey's bar. This is like
this is from
homemade caramels from Alley's or
And Alley's, one, they're selling a bunch of these products to Send It, but two, they're producing for these drivers to pick up, which maybe is not normal for them. And then three, they slip in a little come to our store and get a free X or whatever.
Yeah, a little coupon. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a lot of upside there.
It's just such lacking market right now. Yeah. I don't think people understand. Maybe people aren't as grateful as we are, but it's just shocking to me that this hasn't been solved at all, really.
And I think what we talked about initially was instead of me sending you something, initially was like I could put in my energy drink of choice and or whatever my pick me up was, a cup.
And then what you should be able to do is link it with your work Slack.
Sure.
Wouldn't this be an amazing like Slack add-on?
Sure.
So you didn't even have to, your company could send you stuff like really easily through this app. It's like my boss or my CEO, but also just like peer-to-peer, people sending stuff to each other.
Yeah.
Another thing, when I worked at a company a long time ago, we had this tool called Motivosity, and Motivosity gave everybody $10 like to just like peer-to-peer rewards. Yeah. You'd send somebody $1 like when they did a project for you, just like
here's $1
person to person, right?
Yeah.
And I've been missing that tool ever since. I thought that was so cool and so helpful. Because over the course of the year, there's a lot of people. It was 1,000+ person company, so it was very different. But you made a significant amount of money. Like you made enough money to actually use it at some point.
Pay your mortgage.
No, not to pay your mortgage, but enough to do something fun with it.
Sure, yeah.
And then you could cash it out for a bunch of different gift cards or.
Yeah. No, yeah. That idea right now of sending gratitude through ways, I think there's a pain point there that's not being solved. And I think you could prove this model out really quickly and test it out in a market. And I think there's really good franchise potential with it. Send it. And then we talked about your two ideas.
I have a little, what was our bike? What was your name for it? Cyclepet?
Let's
just call it that.
I think I called it like kitty.
I think let's do Cyclepet. Wherever you're headed, let's just do Cyclepet. And then my like friendship cards idea. We didn't really have a name for that. Card breakers. As in icebreakers.
Cardbreakers.io. There we go.
I kind of like card breakers, actually.
Yeah. Card breakers.
Weird name, but it's fun.
Pedal cats.
I think sure. Pedal cats. Pedal cats rule.
Pedal cats, card what is it?
Card breakers.
Card breakers and Send It. Thieves. Let's know. Rank those ideas for us.
Those are three, I think, mini-year ideas. Send It, I think, is huge, but the rest are...
I think any one of those, anybody could start that company as at least on the side.
If you start Send It, contact me. I would love to be involved.
Yeah. Let me quickly jump into the mailbag here. I want to give a quick shout out to Kyle Cano.
Kyle
recently became a Patreon supporter at the top tier.
Love it.
And he might be hooking us up with some swag and stuff.
And more Patreon content coming soon.
Coming real soon.
Yes, exactly.
There was one other one I wanted to... Oh, Mike Decker. Mike D. Mike D is... I knew him back from Washington. Mm. And we were like loose friends. Like he was... we crossed paths here and there. And we were like kind of friends. And then when I moved to Provo, there was a girl I knew who just was like in my... went to church where I went to church.
In my harem.
Yeah. And then in my harem of women. No, and then randomly I saw that like they got married, and I was like, I just happened to know these two people Anyway, I thought
Beautiful.
it was beautiful. Anyway, Mike Decker, he tweeted out, he said, takeaways from listening to Go Steal This Idea. There are endless amounts of ideas to be developed into businesses. And what are you going to do about it?
That is the call to action for our thieves.
That is the call.
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the 40 some odd episodes of Steal This Idea you've listened to this far?
Exactly.
You got to get out there and do
Are you going to
something.
execute? Are you going to take one of these, take a chance,
Or are you going to keep waiting for the next best idea?
which is going to be next week?
True. Luckily, you can keep waiting.
Luckily, we make it so you can really.
But we'd still encourage you to go take any of the old ones. They're all great too.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it for the episode.
Obviously, feel free to tweet us at Go Steal This Idea. Find us on Instagram, the
Of course,
same
please,
handle.
please reach out
Visit
to
our
us.
website, gostealthisidea.com, or send us an email, idea@gostealthisidea.com.
Oh, shout out to Mike Binks. He said he was going to leave us a message. He started to tell me one of his ideas. And I
And he
was
was
like,
"I'll
call it in or email. He hasn't done either. So this is a chastisement to Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Send it in.
Mike Decker, we love you. Mike Binks, come on now.
Come on now. Yeah, it's 5 stars on
I would love that.
Apple Podcasts. Share us to your network. I think Landon, did we mention this?
Yes, Landon Hardy.
He was the first one.
He claimed the Slack Venmo, and I will also say, within 30 seconds, I had Venmo'd him.
That's right.
Upon finding out.
Landon took us to
Landon, you're out there somewhere. I'm holding to my word. I Venmo people very fast
That's right.
for sharing us.
And Landon also has a podcast. He's a podcaster
that's right.
himself, so he knows.
He gets it.
He's got a podcast called Calling All Platforms, which is they kind of review tech
Right.
across all devices and stuff. So shout out to him and his podcast. Check them out. They're good stuff. That's going to do it.
Cool.
Thieves, we love you. We appreciate you. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, thieves.